When you're filming, you need to keep your hands steady and your dick hard.
You know, it's bittersweet. When I was little, you know, it was always kind of, not little, but when we first started the band, it was kind of like, you know, home base. We would just play shows here. No, you know, it's a new chapter in our lives, and I guess it's time to say goodbye to, you know, things like this. As shitty as it sounds, but it's gonna be a good show tonight. I'm excited. Good fucking riddance, man.
We played at the Beat Kitchen in Chicago, and we didn't expect anything of it. We thought we were just going to play for a bunch of people who didn't know us.
The guy that produced the Riverboat Gamblers' last album was there. We were playing a gig, you know, just opening up for a band, and he happened to be on the road with this band he was about to record.
And after the show, he sat me down and was like, hey, I'm a record producer, and, you know, I'd love to fly you out to Los Angeles and put out a record for you guys. And I was just kind of like, I didn't even know what a producer was, you know? I was just like, wait. And he's like, yeah, you know, I produced Godsmack and Avenged Sevenfold, and I was just blown away by it. So we were 15, dude. So for some like 40-year-old guy to sit down and be like, hey, can I sit and talk to you? I was like, what?
He's like, yeah, come fly out to LA. And we're like, oh, it's creepy, you know? Because he was just like offering us things, you know, like, you guys were fucking awesome. I gotta bring you out to LA, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's probably a little drunk, you know?
But that's when we knew, you know, when we got on a plane to Los Angeles to make a record, we were like, oh, so this is what it feels like to be in a real band of music.
And I still kind of feel like that. We're still young, you know? And we can't even drink at some of the places we play at. Like we play at bars and we have to leave after we play. And the chicks at the bar are like, you guys are so good, want a drink? It's like, yeah, maybe come to the van. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to like sit in my basement and pretend I was on the radio. I'd like record myself and, you know, pretend I was on Q101. So the first time we went in there, we brought a bunch of our CDs and put them in everyone's mailboxes. And we got a call back like 2 weeks later, and they were like, hey, we're going to put you on main Q101, not just the local section. And we were like, what does that mean? And they were like, we're going to spin your song like 3 times a day, every day.
Me, I did that. Wow, they put that song on the radio? Cool, man.
I remember the first time I heard it on the radio, I was driving, I was like shaking, and I used to just like dream it. I used to draw pictures of me being on stage, and now it's like I'm on stage all the time. And I totally know, like, I think about that. I don't just like forget it, and like every night after I play, I'm like, wow, this is totally what I've always wanted to do.
You walk away, Roxanne, Roxanne, I wanna hold your hand. I do anything I
We're at fucking Mojo's, man. And yeah, it's the last hometown bash for the place, and it's gonna be cool. There's a lot of fucking kids in there, man. A lot of kids.
Mojo's is like the biggest like local suburban venue, and it kind of like started our band because that's where we had all our shows. So yeah, they're closing down, and they asked us to play like the last final local show.
Pretty cool, like, you know, they just give us a call and they're like, you want to do the last Mojo show, the place we played, you know, for our first actual real gig that we like looked up to as like, oh, we better not mess up and all this, and now they're like, you want to play last of the last show, you know, and it's like, oh shit, you know, these guys were asking us where our guitars were when we were walking in the door 5 years ago, going, you're not in the band, pay $5.
Honestly, I could care less. I really don't want to. I'd rather practice and write new songs than go play some jerk-off show.
I really haven't thought about it, but, you know, now reminiscing on some of the memories we have at Mojo's, it's going to be weird.
You want to rule the world and you think you're number one. You think that you're the best and that the world is wrong. But we are the winning team. Kick a field goal through your teeth. Not much of a socialite. You think my spirit's weak. You tell yourself you're great. You tell yourself you're strong. And we're supposed to get along. I don't want to hear it. Tell me something different.
Oh man, that was weird. That was a cool night. I did some weird shit. I did a lot of weird shit. I shit in the middle of the street. Like, I don't know why. It was like right under a street light too. I just dropped trout and oh yeah. And I didn't have nothing to wipe, but it was a clean shit, you know? You ever get one of those? A clean one?
Go home and tell your parents what the Frantic taught you tonight. Thank you, guys.